Ladies, we're here tonight on the show. And tonight what I want to do is I just want to do like some NBA talk real quick here. There was no games tonight. We have a bunch of games tomorrow. Let's talk about what I'm seeing so far in the NBA. So look, let me start with the Milwaukee game, the Boston game last night. So that game, I thought it was very important for Giannis, the Greek freak, and this team to get off to a fast start. After Giannis getting the max contract over $200 million, and then what's his face? Losing in the playoffs the way they did last year, they lost in the playoffs. I'm like, they gotta get off to a fast start. They can't lose to the Celtics. And man, I don't know if they have injuries. I'm not sure exactly how the roster looks like, but that bench looked terrible last night. So the biggest thing is they flipped Eric Bledsoe for Drew Holiday. I don't know how good that can be. Drew Holiday's a better defender than Eric Bledsoe, but I don't know. And then the bench, now, like I said, do they have injuries? I don't know what the deal is. The bench looked terrible last night. Devinchenko is now starting. So he was great off the bench last year. Now last night he was starting, so I don't know. I'm like looking at this ball team. I'm like, it's the same thing as last year. All they did is flipped Eric Bledsoe for fucking Drew Holiday. You get better defensively, but I don't know. And then you got Giannis. Giannis, same, different year, same old thing. Can't shoot threes. Can't even shoot a damn free throw. You can't even send the fucking free throw to send the damn make the free throw to send the team to overtime. Unbelievable. They ended up losing on a fucking free throw by Giannis, the two-time league MVP. I'm like, damn. I was very disappointed with Milwaukee Bucks last night. I will give them credit. They came back from down 17. I'll give them credit. Hey, you were down, I believe, at one point. You were down by 17, 101-84. I'll give them credit. You came back from that. But damn, I don't know. I wasn't too impressed with them. I thought they should have, like the Clippers did on the previous night. I thought they should have done a good job of coming back and from what happened last year and getting a huge W over the Celtics. I was disappointed with Milwaukee Bucks. I'm like, man, this looks like the same old team, possibly even a worse bench than last year. Giannis can't shoot, can't even make a damn free throws in the game overtime. We'll see what happens. Boston, let's see what they do. Too many shots for Tatum. I think he took 28. He made 11 of 28. I think he had 30 points. He did have the game-winning shot. I'll give him credit. But yeah, and then let's talk about something I want to talk about is the conditioning. A lot of teams seem like they're not in shape. The Nuggets losing to the Sacramento Kings. The Miami Heat losing to the Orlando Magic. A lot of the Lakers losing to the Clippers. The Bucks losing to the Celtics. A lot of these teams do not look like they're in shape. I was looking at the Lakers game. They were treating the game like it was preseason, man. Didn't LeBron leave the game with 7 minutes to go in the fourth quarter? He never came back. LeBron James was in the fourth quarter with 7 minutes to go. He never came back. I'm like, LeBron, what the hell? It's not over yet. Did he forget it's 40? Did LeBron forget it was 48 minutes and not 41? The guy, I think he's bringing his ankle or something, but come on, please. I thought the Lakers treated that game on Tuesday night like it was a preseason game versus the Clippers. Well, I never seen that shit in my life. LeBron James literally left with 7 minutes to go and he never came back in the game. So I think a lot of these teams, especially the Lakers, they're just... They only took about 2 months off. They're not in shape. And they're treating this like preseason. We might see a lot of sloppy basketball until possibly February, March. I don't know. We'll see what happens. Hopefully in January, we'll start playing better basketball. We'll see how it goes tomorrow with the Christmas days. I'm excited to see, especially the Boston-Brooklyn one and the Lakers-Mavericks one. We got Denver versus Clippers. That'll be a good one, too. I'm excited to see some of these games. But let's see how the Lakers... LeBron said even though he's bringing his ankle, he is playing on Friday. But we'll see how much he plays. Like I said, he left with 7 minutes to go and he never came back. And then last thing I want to touch on is LaMelo Ball making his debut. He didn't look, let me see here. He didn't look that fantastic. But what happened, too, is that Teddy Rozier went off for 42 points. That could be a problem in the future. If Teddy Rozier goes off for 42, this dude's not going to get his job easily, man. He's like, wait a minute. I made all this money. I'm a veteran. That could be a problem. Let's keep an eye on LaMelo Ball and the Teddy Rozier situation because LaMelo didn't do that good. Teddy Rozier had a hell of a ball game last night. So they might be a situation where they might have no choice to start Teddy Rozier over LaMelo Ball. But we'll see what happens. And then Brooklyn Nets over the Warriors. You know, the Warriors, outside of Steph Curry, they have nothing at this moment. They got a bunch of young players. But I was impressed with the way Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving looked. I'm not too surprised. You know, these guys. You know, it was a shoulder injury for Kyrie Irving. He'll be fine. He had a leg injury a few years ago, and he came back from that fine. So in 2015, so he'll be fine. But Kevin Durant from the Achilles. I never thought Kevin Durant would struggle with the Achilles because he's not really a guy that relies on speed and athleticism. He's more of a shooter, a spot-up shooter. It's not like a Westbrook or LeBron where he relies a ton of the speed and the athleticism. So I was not surprised that Kevin Durant could come back from this Achilles and still be very close to being the old Kevin Durant. And he looked fine last night, or Tuesday night, whatever the game was, Tuesday night. But I was surprised about what this team, that I was worried about this team, was the defense. A team led by Steve Nash, Mike D'Antoni, Marty Stoudemire. All of those guys played together in the early thousands with the Phoenix Suns. And what was their philosophy? Literally try to outscore the opponent and forget about defense. What was it? Score in 7 seconds or less, right? They would just go fast tempo and try to outscore and try to tire you out. They didn't play any defense. So I will say this: I was impressed with the way in the first game. Now it's Steph Curry and a bunch of young kids, but I was impressed with the way the Brooklyn Nets played defense in that first game. I thought they took their defense seriously. But we'll see what happens, man. We'll see what happens. So those are some of the stories that I wanted to talk about. We'll see what happens with the NBA season. This was something I want to do tonight. You know, no games. I'm just going to shoot the shit about the NBA. I might do a podcast in 2021, guys. Just shooting the shit. But you know, we'll see what happens. But those are some of my thoughts about the so far in the 2021 NBA season. Let me know in the comment section what you think. I'll read the chat. I see some people putting chats here. I'm about to go get my third plate of dinner tonight. So Merry Christmas to everybody, and I will see you tomorrow. Until next time, I'm out like a light. Holla.